The 1980s marked a revolutionary period for Japanese automakers. Companies once mocked as producers of uninspired copies of Western vehicles had transformed themselves into global automotive powerhouses. Toyota was developing the Supra into a serious grand tourer. Mazda had carved its own path with the rotary engine since the 1960s, while Mitsubishi and Subaru were making their mark in international rallying. Nissan's lineup sparkled with performance models, crowned by the legendary Skyline GTR. This success filled the coffers of Japanese manufacturers, enabling them to explore ambitious niche projects. The economic prosperity of Japan's bubble economy created perfect conditions for automotive experimentation, leading to one of the most fascinating collaborations in automotive history, the Autech Zagato Stelvio AZ1. The story begins with Autech, Nissan's specialty vehicle division similar to BMW's M division or Mercedes-Benz's AMG. In 1987, Autech established connections with Italian coach builder Zagato, renowned for their distinctive designs for Aston Martin, Alfa Romeo, and other prestigious brands. On May 27, 1987, they signed an agreement to create something extraordinary, a limited edition Grand Tourer specifically for the Japanese market. The technical foundation would be the Nissan Leopard, an upscale model that Western markets knew as the Infiniti M30. Under the hood, Autech selected Nissan's VG30 DET engine, a technological masterpiece featuring a 3.0-liter V6 with double overhead cams per bank, 24 valves, and a T34-bolt Garrett turbocharger. While officially rated at 280 horsepower due to Japan's gentleman's agreement limiting advertised power, the actual output was closer to 320 horsepower at 6,000 revolutions per minute and 298 pounds-feet of torque at 2,800 revolutions per minute. The powertrain connected to a 4-speed automatic transmission driving the rear wheels, a choice that reflected the car's grand touring character rather than pure sports car aspirations. The performance numbers were impressive. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.0 seconds, a quarter-mile time of 14.4 seconds reaching 96 miles per hour, and a top speed of 154 miles per hour. But it was Zagato's styling that would make the Stelvio AZ1 truly unique. The Italian design house created a body that challenged conventional automotive aesthetics. The most striking feature was the massive clamshell hood incorporating headlights from the Nissan Silvia S13. In a fascinating tribute to Japanese automotive tradition, Zagato integrated the mandatory Japanese exterior mirrors into the hood itself, creating distinctive ears that referenced the fender-mounted mirrors common on Japanese cars of the 1960s and 1970s. The wheels were another conversation starter, almost completely closed except for single NACA air inlets in each rim. The greenhouse featured Zagato's signature double-bubble roof design, though more subtly executed than on their other creations. The rear quarter panels included false side vents above the taillights, while narrow rear roof pillars provided excellent visibility, a practical touch in a car full of artistic flourishes. The silhouette shared design elements with other Zagato creations of the 1980s, particularly the Aston Martin V8 Zagato and the later Alfa Romeo SC, yet maintained its own distinct character. Every angle revealed new details, from the custom Autech Zagato badges to the unique door handles that would later inspire those used on the Nissan GT-R R35. Inside, Zagato transformed the practical Leopard interior into a luxury cocoon. Fine leather and Alcantara covered nearly every surface, complemented by wood inserts throughout. Even the key fob received special attention, featuring the Zagato logo on one side and Autech on the other. Being designed for the Japanese market, all examples were right-hand drive. The production process was as unique as the car itself. Autech prepared the chassis and mechanicals in Japan before shipping them to Italy, where Zagato would complete assembly with their custom bodywork. This international collaboration contributed to the astronomical price tag, 18 million yen, equivalent to $180,000 in 1989, $430,000 in 2024 dollars. This made the Stelvio AZ1 more expensive than Honda's revolutionary NSX. The ambitious initial production target of 203 units, including 3 prototypes, proved optimistic. As development costs mounted and demand remained modest, production ended after just 104 vehicles. A planned follow-up model, the Autech Zagato Stelvio, never progressed beyond prototype stage, despite featuring what many considered more conventional and appealing styling. What made the Stelvio AZ1 particularly significant was its timing. It emerged during a period when Japanese manufacturers were flexing their creative muscles, producing vehicles that demonstrated their technical prowess and design capabilities. The Stelvio AZ1 represented Japanese engineering excellence filtered through Italian design sensibilities, a unique fusion that hadn't been attempted before. The car's release coincided with the peak of Japan's economic bubble, a period when Japanese companies were acquiring everything from Hollywood studios to famous golf courses. This economic confidence enabled ambitious projects like the Stelvio AZ1, which prioritized artistic expression and exclusivity over commercial considerations. The Stelvio AZ1's influence extended beyond its limited production run. It demonstrated that Japanese manufacturers could compete in the rarefied world of coach-built luxury vehicles, traditionally the domain of European brands. The car's distinctive features, from its innovative door handles to its bold styling choices, would influence Japanese automotive design for years to come. Today, the Autech Zagato Stelvio AZ1 represents a fascinating chapter in automotive history. Despite its rarity and historical significance, examples have sold at auction for surprisingly modest sums, between $45,000 and $50,000. This makes it one of the most affordable ways to own a Zagato-designed vehicle, though values may rise as collectors recognize its importance. The Stelvio AZ1 emerged from a perfect storm of circumstances. Japan's economic might, Nissan's technical expertise, Zagato's design flair, and a market ready for experimentation. While not a commercial success, it demonstrated the creative possibilities when different automotive cultures collaborate without compromise. The car's legacy lies not just in its unique design or limited production numbers, but in what it represented: a confident Japanese automotive industry willing to take creative risks and challenge established norms. In today's more cautious and standardized automotive landscape, the Autech Zagato Stelvio AZ1 stands as a reminder of a time when the pursuit of automotive distinction knew few bounds.